This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, there is a bipartisan push to try and change the way Maine and other states allocate their electoral college votes. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard has the details on what this could mean for future elections.
Because it wouldn't matter whether they got a vote from California or from Maine or from Michigan or from Florida. When every vote counts, it creates a very different way of campaigning nationwide.
It really, truly is a bipartisan movement. It doesn't favor one party or the other.
Article 2 of the U.S. Constitution grants the power to each state legislature to determine how their presidential electors are selected and divided. Maine is already somewhat unique when it comes to this.
Maine has chosen to use a congressional district plan along with Nebraska, while 49 of the other states plus the District of Columbia use the winner-take-all rule.
During Monday's public hearing, one of the main opposing arguments is that entering into this compact will abolish the Electoral College.
Today, there is a push throughout the country to replace the Electoral College with this unconstitutional and confusing program.
What we're trying to do today is not to abolish the Electoral College, but to use the mechanics of the Electoral College to allow every American's vote to count.
Proponents of this compact say this will force presidential candidates to pay attention to every voter in every state, instead of just hotspots for electoral votes.
And for all practical purposes, we're electing the president of the battleground states of America versus the president of the United States of America.
Opponents argue this would actually disenfranchise voters by taking away votes from candidates that they would have otherwise went to, such as in 2016 and 2020 with Maine's 2nd Congressional District, which cast their electoral votes for the former President Donald Trump.
And in particular, it disenfranchises every right of center voter in the 2nd Congressional District.
With regards to disenfranchisement, let's remember what we're creating is a system where every voter in every state is politically relevant every time.
The measure will now have a work session before it is voted on in committee and possibly makes it to the full legislature. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Stand by. Yep. Well, former President Donald Trump is asking a Maine judge to hold off on making a decision on the Maine ballot primary case until after the U.S. Supreme Court rules on the Colorado case. In a filing today, lawyers for the former president issued key arguments for why they are asking a judge to stay from or to not make a decision at this time. They argue that the Maine court would not have jurisdiction to rule on a federal issue like the 14th Amendment, and that the pending U.S. Supreme Court decision could completely reverse Secretary of State Shenna Bellows' ruling. The filing reads in part, quote, even in light of the Secretary's clear animosity and bias towards President Trump, the court should nonetheless stay its hand because the Secretary's ruling may be effectively overturned, end quote. Secretary Bellows has until Wednesday to respond to Trump's motion. Under Maine law, the judge is required to issue a ruling on this case prior to January 17th. That is 1 week from Wednesday. Well, a new political party known as No Labels is making its way onto ballots across the country, and Maine is now the 13th state to approve the party. Our Grace Blanchard breaks down what this could mean for Mainers in the voting booth.
Maine's presidential ballots are expanding as voters now have a third-party option for 2024. Secretary of State Shenna Bellows recently approved the No Labels Party.
That's because they achieved the minimum threshold of 5,000 Maine voters who agreed to enroll in the No Labels Party.
No Labels has been operating in Congress for several years, but recently the party has been making efforts to appear on ballots across the country.
I think we all have to acknowledge that we've never been in a position like this where so many Americans are frustrated with these presumptive choices that we have.
The political party's national director, Joe Cunningham, says they will be offering up a bipartisan ticket following Super Tuesday.
Half of Americans now identify as independents. It kind of carves out that lane for a bipartisan ticket on the ballot.
Political experts say there is a distinction between a third party like No Label and an independent candidate.
If they do put forward a candidate, it will be as a third party, and that candidate will be a third party candidate, not an independent candidate. If they ultimately choose not to put forward a candidate, then they have ballot access, but there won't be anybody on the ballot.
According to Secretary Bellows, anybody enrolled as a no-label party member will not be able to vote in the primary elections in March.
Semi-open primary means that unenrolled voters or voters who are no party at all will have a choice. And anyone who is registered in another party that does not have a primary will not be able to participate.
For now, the political party is focusing on attaining ballot access in all 50 states.
The fact is the partisanship has gotten so tough and so impactful. Somebody has to do something about it.
In Bangor, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
The Maine National Guard may soon have its first female commander. Today, the Veterans and Legal Affairs Committee voted to officially nominate Brigadier General Diane Dunn to replace Major General Doug Farnham as the Maine National Guard's Adjutant General. The role will also make General Dunn the Commissioner of the Maine Department of Defense, Veterans, and Emergency Management. General Dunn spoke at her hearing about how much she is looking forward to serving in this position.
I'm honored to be nominated by Governor Mills. I am deeply committed to serving our state and nation, the members of the department, their families, and our veterans. This commitment is my reason for pursuing the goal to become Maine's next Adjutant General and Commissioner of the Department of Defense, Veterans, and Emergency Management.
The committee voted 8-3 to send General Dunn's nomination for a full vote of the legislature. One of the lawmakers that voted no to the nomination questioned General Dunn on the global war on terror, as well as her thoughts on diversity, equity, and inclusion.
I mean, her answers on the Defend the Guard legislation and her role administering and her oath to the Constitution were number one for me, though I did feel like, she mentioned that promotions in the military were blind, they didn't take in race or gender, but DEI, which she instituted at the college, is the opposite of that. And real life's probably some kind of middle ground of that, but having these binary choices and forcing folks to hire maybe not the best person isn't great, and probably not great for our military. So I think it definitely played into my rationale as well.
General Dunn's nomination will now go to a vote in both chambers before she is officially confirmed. Currently, no date has been set for that vote. In other news tonight, a Winslow firefighter was arrested last Tuesday following a theft investigation. 34-year-old Sean Stetson of Fairfield was charged with stealing in excess of $12,000 from the Winslow Firefighters Association. According to the Kennebec County Sheriff's Office, the department was contacted by the association on December 28th after an internal investigation revealed that several $1,000s were missing from multiple accounts. Stetson was a member of the Winslow Firefighters Association and allegedly started making cash withdrawals in February of 2023. His bail was set at $500 cash with the condition of not having any contact with any Winslow employees and not returning to the town property except to pick up any personal items that may have been left there. With the news that high winds are in the forecast along with Tuesday night storms, Central Maine Power wants you to know they're getting ready. This storm will bring strong winds along with heavy wet snow that can make for tricky conditions for power crews and drivers alike. CMP spokesperson John Breed says that they urge caution if anyone needs to travel on Wednesday, as conditions will likely be hazardous throughout the day. CMP also wants to remind people to stay away from down power lines, turn off or unplug major appliances and sensitive electronics, and never use ranges or outdoor stoves to heat your home. If you need shelter or food, you can reach out to 211 for available resources. And speaking of incoming weather, let's go ahead and take a first peek at our forecast.
You might be having deja vu. Another strong storm system is on the way, not for tomorrow, but for Wednesday. Damaging wind gusts to 70 miles per hour once again, and heavy rain, snow, and surf is on the way for Wednesday. Today, though, not so much. Lots of clear skies out there today, at least partly cloudy skies across the area today. Tomorrow, same story. The calm before the storm tomorrow, and this thing is a thing. It's all moving in our direction. Lots of moisture, lots of energy, lots of wind. The wind's going to be a huge factor on Wednesday with this, with wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour once again. Let's walk you through it. So lots of partly cloudy skies out there tonight, increasing clouds tomorrow. Any rain or snow should hold off until later tomorrow evening. Here's 11 o'clock tomorrow night with snow starting area-wide as snow, more snow tomorrow evening, and then quickly changing to freezing rain, sleet, and rain, and then heavy rain in there as well. There could be thunder on Wednesday as well. That gets out of here Wednesday night, and then another system is still on track to be in the area over the weekend. The advisories look like this. It's all the colors in the rainbow, just snow, winter storm here, high winds there, heavy surf here with heavy rain. It is going to be a mess around here on Wednesday with rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. And again, that wind could be a thing. It will be a thing with wind gusts near 70 miles per hour once again. Our forecast then tonight, though, is mostly clear skies and partly cloudy skies. Low temperatures in the teens. Your full forecast is coming up.
Well, coming up on ABC 7 News at 6, snowmobile clubs have been working hard to try and rehabilitate their damaged trails after this winter weather and storms. But the storm damage combined with lack of snow has some trails completely unusable. We'll have that story and much more as ABC 7 News at 6 continues.
At Warren Financial, your financial goals are our priority. Your financial plan may appear to be all about savings and investing, but in reality, it's about much more. Your life, your family, and your legacy. That's why the financial planner you choose is so important.
Plan your future with Warren Financial. Visit warrenfinancialplan.com or call 573-1825.
Your trusted partner in wealth management.
My name is Pam Crowley. In 1 year, I had to take care of burial or cremation arrangements for 4 family members, including my husband and my sister. I could not have gotten through everything without my funeral director, Cindy, at Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Cindy greeted us as a friend. During her arrangements, she was so personable. Cindy is so patient and understanding. She gave us assurance, comfort, and she has such a great smile. The best thing that Cindy did is take such good care of my husband. He had some issues before his death. I felt very worried that he would not look right. When I saw him, he looked like my husband. Cindy took excellent care of him. Seeing him definitely helped me feel right. Cindy did more than I ever expected of a funeral director.
Bragdon Kelly Funeral Homes. Let our family serve yours.
My father worked at the mill for over 30 years. He was exposed to a great community and excelled at his job, but he was also exposed to asbestos. The air quality inside the mill was always his biggest complaint. He had no idea how deadly some of the products and materials were. When he was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew to call Joe Bornstein's office to get my dad the help he needs and the justice he deserves.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
Maine QuitLink offers free help to stop smoking and vaping, including personalized quit plans and free patches, gum, and/or lozenges with every program. Get connected to a quit coach, trained to develop a plan that works for you. Learn how to curb cravings and overcome slips and relapses. It's free, it works, and people who enroll are 2 times more likely to successfully quit. Call 1-800-QUIT-NOW or enroll online at mainequitlink.com.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Well, snowmobile clubs in the Bangor area have been working hard to restore trails after the impact of last month's storm, along with a lack of snow. But that 1-2 punch has made many of those trails unusable. Our Doug Banks has the story.
Riding trails in some parts of the state this winter hasn't gotten off to a great start.
Stayed about the same for amount of trails we have, but the snow's been late getting to us every year. Seems like a little later every year.
According to Al Sweat, president of Maine Snowmobile Association, he hasn't seen conditions like this since the ice storm of '98.
The weather has destroyed a lot of our trails, completely wiped out bridges that the clubs have been rebuilding, and it's just been horrible.
The trails maintained by the Paul Bunyan Snowmobile Club in Bangor cover over 20 miles. On Saturday, members spent the day clearing out fallen trees.
If we get a big windstorm and it takes us 2-3 weeks to clean that up, that may be a quarter of the season gone.
Sweat says Maine's winter outdoor economy is about a month behind its usual pace, not only impacting the riders on the trails, but also the businesses along them.
These supporting businesses, they count on snowmobiling to take them through the winter to the spring. Then ATV folks take them through the summertime.
By the end of the week, Sweat says he'll be speaking with Governor Mills to see if there's available federal money to put towards clearing up and improving the trails.
These clubs, they hold chicken barbecues in the summertime and auctions to make it through the winter. And when you get a disaster like this, their money goes pretty fast.
In Bangor, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, a Bangor nonprofit just got a big boost from a local philanthropic group. We'll have those details coming up. Also in sports, the Flag Twins had a few games in Maine this weekend, and it was everything you would have expected. That story after the break.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. DP Porter specialized in design build for commercial and residential projects. We can assist our customers from anything from lot procurement to helping find a finance company for your project. CEM DP Porter is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit cemmaine.com.
Why should your new floor come from Carpet One? Because we're passionate about the spaces our neighbors call home. We're part of your community, and we're also part of the world's largest cooperative of independently owned and operated flooring stores. So you can be sure you'll get great selection and outstanding value with every installation. Whether it's carpet, hardwood, tile, or luxury vinyl, our experts take the guesswork out of choosing the right floor. We're your local Carpet One Floor and Home, the one store for your perfect floor.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
Create the perfect spaces in your home for 2024 at the Furniture Gallery. Entertain in style this year with a new dining set. Have room for everyone on movie nights with a big sectional and extra seating. Feel more rested with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar. Celebrate the new year with unbeatable values during our New Year blowout sale. Save up to 60% on clearance items here at the Furniture Gallery. Support our Maine family-owned business and save money. Happy New Year from our family to yours. The Furniture Gallery in Augusta, Bangor, Newport, and North Windham.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by Healing Hands Massage in Hamden, providing professional massage services tailored specifically for their clients. Stop by Healing Hands Massage today. You'll thank yourself later.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to begin on the basketball court. It was a great weekend for Maine basketball. Down in Portland, Cooper and Ace Flag making their return to the Pine Tree State with Montverde Academy for the main event, and it was everything it was hyped up to be.
Were you expecting something like this up in Maine? Oh, for sure. It's cool. Come on. He's back home. Things sold out in less than 12 hours. I made the statement, and I'm not afraid to say it out loud. He's the best white American basketball player since Larry Bird. And anybody thinks any different, they're crazy.
This weekend in Portland, Cooper and Ace Flag had their homecoming, and it was everything they expected.
Felt great. Great environment, great atmosphere. We would just come home and get a win.
You know, just being around Maine, you know, everyone's got full support of you. So when you're playing here, you know, no matter what happens, you know, everyone's going to be behind you the full way.
It was called the main event, put on by Made Hoops. With the Flags, Montverde Academy Eagles played 2 games back home in front of 2 sellout crowds.
I think it exceeded all expectations. Like I said, just an incredible environment and just a lot of fun.
And it's definitely an honor to be able to represent this state. If I could pick anywhere to live, I would live here. You know, I've grown up here, lived here most of my life.
I'm just super happy for Ace and Cooper. This is probably the last time they'll get to play in Maine.
The Eagles put on a show, as they normally do, taking down Gonzaga College High on Friday night before dominating Cats Academy on Saturday. And the whole event really marks a full circle ending for the Flag Boys. Once young fans in the crowd, now the main attraction, something they'll never forget. Certainly a fun weekend down there, and I'd be remiss to mention the main event without talking about a few other Mainers making their return to the courts in Maine this weekend. Before the Montverde game on Saturday, St. Paul's School in New Hampshire suited up for a game with Bangor's Landon Clark, and then Oxford Hill's Tegan Pelletier suiting up for the Pelicans. Landon was a star for Bangor for 2 years before heading to St. Paul's. Tegan the same with the Vikings. Both guys were also huge for Maine United this summer as well. Here were their thoughts on this weekend's homecoming for them.
That was really cool. I want to thank the Maine community, just everybody in Maine showing up to the game. Maybe it was not for our game, but still it was really cool having a great crowd, a familiar place. It was just a great feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool. Even with, playing with Maine United, we didn't get to play in Maine a lot. So just to see a lot of familiar faces here and kind of play in front of them was pretty cool.
All right, those names were backwards, but that is all the time we have for sports right now. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast. Jeff?
All right, let's start here. Another strong storm system is on the way for not tomorrow, but for Wednesday. Damaging wind gusts to 60 to 70 miles per hour on Wednesday, with heavy rain, snow, and surf is on the way. This is going to be a thing. Prepare now for it, because we'll likely lose power across the area once again. All right, so lots of clear skies out there today, likely tonight as well, but increasing clouds quickly tomorrow. Here's our next system, and it is a whopper of a system. Lots of energy, lots of moisture, thunder and lightning, severe weather in here currently, all moving in our direction for late tomorrow night, but more so on Wednesday. Increasing clouds out there tomorrow will give way to some snow probably around midnight tomorrow night. It's going to start off as snow pretty much for everybody, and then quickly change over to rain, freezing rain, and sleet after midnight tomorrow night, and continue that way throughout the day on Wednesday. Heavy rain potential in here as well. A widespread soaking, maybe 2 or 3 inch rainfall is on the way, where it stays mostly rain Wednesday. Otherwise, snow back north and west, Millinocket area, could see close to a foot of snow from this system Wednesday into Wednesday night. Okay, the wind's going to be a factor. So here we are tonight, no issues at all. Tomorrow, no issues. Tomorrow night, though, increasing winds, right? Here's 9 o'clock tomorrow evening. And then look what happens to us on Wednesday. And this is just the beginning. Again, wind gusts on Wednesday, 60 to 70 miles per hour. The soil conditions are kind of bare right now. So overall, we're going to knock down some trees and likely some power lines. Power will be a concern, of course, on Wednesday. The advisory map is all over the place. Just know for now, a winter storm watch this way, a high wind warning here, heavy surf advisories there, and of course, gale warnings in here too, with that system on the way arriving tomorrow night and likely lingering throughout the day on Wednesday. So again, a combination of stuff, right? Rain, freezing rain, sleet, and snow. The two big factors here are going to be the snowfall, the heavy, wet snowfall, and then again, the wind. Wind gusts is 60 to 70 miles per hour, as you know. It is no joke at all. All right, temperatures are a factor today. Highs only in the 20s across the region. Tomorrow, though, we're going to kick in that south wind ahead of the system. Give us a bump in temperatures. And on Wednesday, we'll likely have high temperatures up near 50 across our area once again, as we have a lot of rainfall on the way. Again, many of us could see an inch or two of rain from this, even more than that. And I'm going to run this through Thursday morning, but then again, I'm going to run it also into the weekend. Another system right behind this system on Saturday could be just as wet and just as strong. So a very active weather week, of course, is on the way. Where it stays mostly snow, it looks something like this. Millinocket area, Greenville could see close to a foot of snowfall from this system on Wednesday. Our forecast, though, tonight, looking at mostly clear skies, cold. Low temperatures down near 16 with that west wind around 5. For tomorrow, the calm before the storm. High temperatures up near 30, increasing clouds throughout the day, and then high temperatures near 30. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows that wintry mix in the area to rain on Wednesday. High winds, highs near 50. Thursday, we're quiet with a high of 40. Friday, 38. And then here's that next system on Saturday that could be equally as strong as the system coming in on Wednesday.
All righty, Jeff, thank you so much. And there is still more to come. Stay with us.
Are your gutters weighed down by debris causing them to sag and overflow? I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems. Clogged gutters lead to costly repairs for your home, so skip the cleaning and stop the clogs with Gutter Shutter. Gutter Shutter, the world's best gutter, is a high-performance gutter with a lifetime no-clog guarantee. Stop the clutter, get Gutter Shutter. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
Something that shouldn't be so hard, finding matching socks. Something else that shouldn't be so hard, finding and enrolling in a health insurance plan that covers things you actually need. Good thing here in Maine, we have CoverMe.gov. Here you can search health insurance options, choose the plan that works for you, and get financial help to pay premiums. A plan that fits, a price that works. We've got you covered at CoverMe.gov. That's CoverMe.gov.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Mad Cat & Company in the North Brewer Shopping Plaza. We're more than just a bar. Need a place to host your next gathering? Check out our spacious event room that can adequately seat 100 or more people. How big is your brain? The Old Guy hosts Wednesday night trivia. Want to feel like a rock star? Join us for Karaoke Madness Thursday through Saturday. You asked for it and we listened. Now serving Saturday and Sunday brunch. And don't forget about kids karaoke every Sunday. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Mad Cat & Company, where friends meet and become family.
Whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or any commercial vehicle, we know how to get you the big money you may deserve.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you.
This week, the states hardest hit by the storm and the cleanup. Plus, countdown to the official start of the race for the White House. How both parties are stepping up their campaigns. More Americans turn to the most watched newscast on television. World News Tonight with David.
A Bangor nonprofit just got a big boost thanks to a philanthropic group known as 100 Neighbors Who Care Penobscot Valley. 4 times a year, each member commits to giving $100 to a deserving charity, pooling their hard-earned dollars together to bless a nonprofit in the area. Our Jody Hersey has more.
Times are tough, but 100 Neighbors Who Care Penobscot Valley has been helping to lighten the load by donating a minimum of $10,000 4 times a year to nonprofits in Penobscot County. Stop Addiction New England is a discipleship and recovery program in Bangor that's helping the homeless and those battling addiction. This nonprofit is the latest recipient to be blessed by the members of 100 Neighbors Who Care.
We have a wonderful opportunity to, as I mentioned many times before, put a little good out there. But this is the apex of that. This is a chance when we go face to face with the charities that we're supporting and turn over the donations from our over 200 member group.
Kevin McGuire is the founder of Stop Addiction New England. He says the funds from 100 Neighbors Who Care could not have come at a better time.
We need repairs on a ceiling that has had some plumbing leakage, and also for a new vehicle. We have 3 vehicles that have almost 1 million miles.
McGuire says both men and women who come through his doors are provided with food, shelter, and the opportunity to tap into their faith and a better way of life.
It's a 9 to 12 month intense, accountable discipleship. Like I said, they become a student of the Holy Bible, and we teach them how to live life skills, work ethics. And we have a little leniency and grace, of course, because behaviors have to change that stem from the addiction.
In March, 100 Neighbors Who Care Penobscot Valley will meet again to hear from 3 more deserving nonprofits that could use a boost. In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
So many hardworking and generous volunteers in our area. It's always wonderful to see. All right, everyone, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC 7 News, take care and have a great rest of your night. We hope to see you right back here at 11. Good night, everybody.